Most people think creating product listings take hours, writing copy, editing images, formatting everything correctly. But what if you could send one product photo to Telegram and AI builds the entire listing for you automatically? Take a look at that. And we have two drafts of marketing copy for our store as well. Sup nerds, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you this Telegram e-commerce storefront wizard that I have built in N8n. Before we jump into it, if you're interested in mastering N8n or having me build a custom automation for your business, hit the link below and set up a free one-on-one call with me to discover the possibilities. Now, let's get dangerous. Now, imagine you're adding a new product to your store. Normally, you'd have to edit the product image, write a description, format the listing, and upload everything to your store. But with this workflow, the process looks a little different. All you do is open Telegram and send two things: a basic product photo and a few product specs, things like name, features, or materials. That's it. Once you send the message, the automation kicks in. Behind the scenes, as you can see here, N8n starts running the workflow, and within seconds, it sends you back a professional studio-style product image and two versions of marketing copy you can use for your listing. So instead of spending 10 to 15 minutes building a listing, you can generate one in just a few seconds. And the best part is, you don't need to open 5 different tools or apps. You just send one message and the entire process runs automatically. Now let's take another look at the actual workflow inside N8n. I'd like to break this down for you. Before we go deeper into the workflow, let's quickly talk about what N8n actually is, especially if you're new to automation. It can be a little overwhelming. Basically, it is an automation builder. N8n lets you connect different tools and apps together so they automatically perform tasks for you. You can think of it like building a chain reaction. When one thing happens, it triggers the next step, then the next, then the next. So instead of doing everything manually, the workflow handles it for you. For example, a simple automation might look like, and each of these steps is represented by a node inside N8n. And when you connect all these nodes together, you get a workflow like the one you're seeing here. The really powerful thing about N8n is that it can connect to hundreds of different tools. Messaging apps like Telegram, AI models, image generation tools, APIs, databases, everything. So once you understand how these workflows are structured, you can start building automations for things like content creation, marketing, customer support, and even full AI systems. Now let's break down how this automation actually works. If you're new to N8n, you don't have to worry about understanding every little detail. The goal here is to understand how the pieces connect together. Think of the workflow like a pipeline. Each node does one little job, and the output from one step becomes the input for the next. So everything starts with this little node right here, the Telegram trigger. All this node does is this node simply listens for new messages sent to your Telegram bot. So when I send a message that includes a product photo and some specs, that message instantly triggers the entire workflow. This is what kicks off the automation. Now, once the message is received, we have to figure out whether it actually has an image attached to it. If it does not, it sends this error message. Please resend the product image of specs. Pretty simple. But if there is one, we want to grab that file. And this HTTP request downloads the image, and then we send it to this basic LLM chain. Basically, we're just having ChatGPT take a look at what our product is and write a simple background generation prompt based on what the product is. Then we want to put that image prompt back with the original product image. And then we send that data two directions. This one goes to an AI photo editor online called PixelCut. You access it via API, so it's all automatic. You can use it to build automations like these inside N8n, which makes it pretty awesome for doing custom stuff. And then this AI agent here is the one that is actually going to write our marketing copy for us. Then once we've put those two things back together, we send it in a pair of messages to the same Telegram conversation that we use to receive the message. Simple as that. Now, the interesting thing about this workflow isn't just that it creates product listings, it's what it represents. Because once you understand how this works, you start to realize that the same concept can automate almost anything. What we're really building here is an AI automation pipeline. Information goes in, it gets processed like different tools. Information comes in, it gets processed by different tools, and the final result is delivered automatically. In this example, the input is a Telegram message with a product photo and specs. But the same idea could work for tons of other things. For example, you could build workflows that automatically turn ideas into blog posts, generate social media content, summarize customer feedback, create marketing campaigns, or even run entire content production pipelines. And the best part is that tools like N8n let you visually design these systems. Instead of writing hundreds of lines of code, you just connect the pieces together, define what each step should do, and the workflow handles the rest. So while this example focuses on e-commerce listings, the bigger takeaway is learning how to think in terms of automation workflows. Once you start seeing problems this way, you'll realize that many of the repetitive tasks you do every day can actually be automated completely. Just to be completely transparent about where this workflow came from, this isn't something that's already being used by a whole bunch of stores. I actually built this for a friend of mine. A few years ago, he set up a Shopify store, but like a lot of people do, he kind of threw it together, listed a few products, and then just walked away from it. The store has basically been sitting there unused. And when I looked at it, I realized one of the biggest barriers for people running small stores is how much effort it takes to create product listings. Photos, descriptions, formatting, it adds up quickly. So I thought, what if you could automate most of that process? That's what led me to this workflow. Right now, this is still something I'm experimenting with, and I'd actually love to see how well it works in a real store environment. So if you're running an e-commerce store, especially something like Shopify, Etsy, or a small product catalog, and you'd be interested in testing this workflow for me, please let me know. I'd love to get feedback and see how something like this could actually help people save time when they're out there building their product listings. Because at the end of the day, the goal isn't just to build cool automations, it's to build things that are actually useful in the real world. So that's the whole workflow. You send a product photo and specs through Telegram, and within seconds, the automation generates a studio-style product image and 2 versions of marketing copy you can use for your listing. More importantly, this shows how powerful tools like N8n can be once you start connecting AI and automation together. If you're interested in mastering N8n or having me build a custom automation for your business, hit the link below to get a free one-on-one call with me to discover the possibilities. And with that, if you enjoyed this breakdown, leave a like, share your thoughts with the class, and before you subscribe, make sure you know what you're doing, because it ain't easy being at the top. I'll see you guys next time.